Today, me and my partner had an argument, and it was one of those arguments where we just couldn't see on the same page. We couldn't see eye to eye. There was, I don't know, a lot of emotions tangled up in it. And after like an hour of talking about it, I decided, listen, we're not getting anywhere. Let's just cut this off right now. Let's get back into it in a couple hours, right? And so we left that. We weren't on a great page at that point, but we left it like that for a couple hours. And then a couple hours later, we joined in again on the conversation. And we had another conversation for like an hour, and I could hold space a little bit better. Sometimes we're not as patient when we're emotional, when things are turbulent, but then when we leave the situation, we come back, we're just a little bit more composed. I was feeling anxious this morning because I felt like I wasn't getting heard or seen, and then she felt the same on her side. The whole, I guess, premise of the conversation, women as emotional beings, made a whole story scenario about what was going on in her head, in her life, all of that. And what I picked out of that through our second conversation was that she needed more spontaneity in the relationship. But she didn't say that because she's a woman, she's emotional, women are emotional creatures. She said that I used to do it, but I don't do it anymore, or I don't do it as much anymore because I'm focused on other things. So she didn't feel loved, she didn't feel appreciated, she didn't feel valued for who she was because of that. And I pointed that out kindly. I said that it seems to me that you're looking for more spontaneity in the relationship. And instead of blowing up and telling, why don't you just ask that? I asked if that was true, if she felt loved by having more spontaneity and feeling like I cared. And she said, yeah, but you're just going to do it out of spite, out of like you're needing to do it. Well, I told her this might be true a little bit, but it's not out of spite. It's because I'm setting an intention to work on it because it's not second nature to me. It's not natural. But if she feels loved by me being a little spontaneous within the relationship, I am probably going to put a little more effort to help her feel loved and appreciated. And she felt so honored and so valued by that, and she said thank you, and it was great. Word of the wise here: don't try to put down your partner for how they're feeling. Try to read between the lines and ask what they're feeling and what they need out of this conversation. What's the message here? Sometimes it's not what they say, but what they are going through. I don't know if that makes sense, but I could pinpoint that that's what she really needed, and she needed that to feel safe, feel seen, feel heard, and feel loved within the relationship. And that just gave me feedback on how I can provide that to my partner. I didn't really judge it. I didn't say anything about it. I'm going to work on it, and I might have to schedule it into my calendar because I'm more of a analytical schedule. Everything has to be on point. But this gives me an opportunity to show her love in the way that she needs it. And she doesn't have to know I scheduled it in. But I think from doing that more, she'll feel more loved and she'll feel more appreciated because I did that. Word of the wise, story of the day. All right. Have a good day, guys.